Good morning to all of you, beta. Today's topic is solubility of solids and liquids. Dissolving a solid in liquid to form a solution is called dissolution. Dissolution की है process of dissolving a solid in liquid. And solubility of a solid in a liquid is defined as the dissolving is the amount of solid that can be dissolved per 100 gram of solvent at given temperature to form a saturated solution. And what are the factors affecting the solubility of solid and liquid? Number one, nature of solute and solvent. Every solid is soluble in every liquid, but this depends upon the intermolecular interaction between the solute and solvent. And the basic rule of dissolution is like dissolves like. This rule means that all polar compounds are soluble in polar solvents. For example, ionic compounds are soluble in water because they are polar in nature. On the other hand, non-polar solutes like naphthalene, anthracene, they are soluble in non-polar solvents like benzene, CCl4, CCl2, carbon disulfide, etc. Second is solubility of solid in liquid depends upon the temperature. The solubility is highly sensitive to temperature. So on the basis of effect of temperature on solubility of solid in liquid, it is divided into three categories. Number one, solubility of solute increases with temperature. There are some solids whose solubility increases with temperature. For example, NaCl, KNO3, ammonium chloride, etc. These dissolve more and more in water at higher temperature. This happens because dissolving of these compounds in water is a endothermic process. So as the temperature is increased, the process is endothermic and it becomes fast and solution becomes fast. So this is the graph for all these cases. This is a graph of solubility versus temperature. The line going up means as the temperature increases, their solubility goes on increases. And main reason behind their increase in solubility with temperature is that their dissolving process is endothermic. It absorbs, the solid absorbs more and more heat and get dissolved in water. Second type of solids in which the solubility of solute decreases with increase in temperature. ये उल्टा है. In some cases like lithium sulfate, cerium sulfate, their solubility decreases with increase in temperature. So as the temperature is increased, the solubility of these solids in liquid starts decreasing. And this happens because the dissolution process of these solids in liquids are exothermic in nature. Delta H is negative. In such case, when solute is dissolved in solvent, together with the formation of solute, heat is also evolved. So you know, for any exothermic process, if we increase the outside temperature, the exothermic process will become slow. Since they dissolve with the evolution of heat, therefore their solubility decreases with increase in temperature. So this is the graph of solubility versus temperature. You know, these graph lines are coming downward. That means as the temperature is decreased, their solubility goes on decreasing with the increase in temperature. And third type of behavior is mixed behavior. Some solids show mixed behavior when increase in temperature. Mixed behavior मतलब कि पहला ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ solubility temperature ਨਾਲ ਵੱਧਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਘਟਦੀ ਹੈ. Double behavior show ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈ. In some cases like sodium sulfate, first of all its solubility increases with temperature up to certain temperature. Then further its solubility starts decreasing with increase in temperature. So the solubility curve discontinues कि पहला solubility ਵਧੂਗੀ फिर temperature ਵਧਾਉਣ ਨਾਲ ਘਟੂਗੀ. In such cases the temperature at which the solubility behavior changes is called transition temperature. ਇਹਦੀ best example ਹੈ ਬੇਟਾ sodium sulfate ਕਿ sodium sulfate ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ starting ਤੇ temperature ਵਧਾਉਣ ਨਾਲ solubility ਵੱਧਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ 32.8 ਡਿਗਰੀ temperature ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ further ਇਹਦੀ solubility temperature ਵਧਾਉਣ ਨਾਲ ਘਟਣੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ. ਰੀਜ਼ਨ ਬਿਹਾਈਂਡ ਦਿਸ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਟਾਰਟਿੰਗ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੋਡੀਅਮ ਸਲਫੇਟ ਡੈਕਾਹਾਈਡਰੇਟ, ਵਾਟਰ ਵੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ. ਤਾਂ ਜਦ ਤੱਕ ਇਹ ਸੋਡੀਅਮ ਸਲਫੇਟ ਡੈਕਾਹਾਈਡਰੇਟ ਹੈ ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਇਹਦੀ ਡਿਜ਼ੋਲਵਿੰਗ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਐਂਡੋਥਰਮਿਕ ਹੈ. ਟੈਂਪਰੇਚਰ ਵਧਣ ਨਾਲ ਸੋਲਿਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਵੱਧਦੀ ਹੈ. 32.8 ਡਿਗਰੀ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ 10 ਵਾਟਰ ਮੋਲੀਕਿਊਲਸ ਅਲੱਗ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਸੋਡੀਅਮ ਸਲਫੇਟ ਨਾਲੋਂ. ਇਹ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੋਡੀਅਮ ਸਲਫੇਟ ਐਨਹਾਈਡਰਸ. ਜਿਵੇਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਸੋਡੀਅਮ ਸਲਫੇਟ ਐਨਹਾਈਡਰਸ ਬਣਦਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਸੋਡੀਅਮ ਸਲਫੇਟ ਐਨਹਾਈਡਰਸ ਦੀ ਸੋਲਿਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਇਨ ਵਾਟਰ ਕੀ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਐਗਜ਼ੋਥਰਮਿਕ. ਤਾਂ ਇਹਦੀ solubility ਫਿਰ start decreasing with increase in temperature. So for sodium sulfate 32.8 degree is a transition temperature. Clear? Then effect of pressure, there is no effect of pressure on the solubility of solids in liquid. The effect of pressure on solubility of solid in liquid is insignificant. ਇਹਦੀ ਕੋਈ importance नहीं होती. Clear? Then comes solubility of gases in liquid. Gases dissolved in liquid to form homogeneous solutions. You know, oxygen dissolved in water, because of which there is life present in water. So different gases are soluble in water up to different level. Some gases are soluble in solvents like ethanol, ether and benzene also. So therefore solubility of gas can be expressed as the volume of gas in cc at STP that can be dissolved in a fixed volume of liquid to form saturated solution at constant temperature. A definition is solubility of gas in liquid. And solubility of gas in liquid depends upon different factors. So factors affecting solubility of gas in liquid are: number one, nature of gas in liquid. Very simple formula here is that the gases which react with the liquid are highly soluble in liquid. For example, gases like SO3, NO2, CO2, ammonia, they react with the water to form sulfuric acid, nitric acid, ammonium hydroxide. So these gases are highly soluble in water. Whereas the gases like hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, which do not react with water, they are less soluble in water. The conclusion is the gases which react with the liquid are highly soluble. The gases which do not react with liquid, they are less soluble in liquid. Second factor is temperature. Since the solubility of gases in liquid is a exothermic process, ਜਦੋਂ ਗੈਸ ਲਿਕੁਇਡ 'ਚ ਡਿਜ਼ੋਲਵ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਹੀਟ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਤਾਂ ਦੈਟਸ ਵਾਈ solubility of gas always decreases with increase in temperature. क्योंकि exothermic process ਦਾ temperature rise ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ process slow ਹੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ. ਸਾਰੀਆਂ gases ਦੀ liquid ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ solubility ਕੀ ਹੈ? Exothermic. So gas dissolved in liquid, then there is the evolution of heat, and if we increase the outside temperature, then the solubility of gas will always decrease. Third is effect of pressure. The solubility of gases in liquid always increases with increase in pressure. ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਗੈਸਿਸ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਵਧਾ ਦਿਆਂਗੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੋਲਿਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਲਿਕੁਇਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਜੂਗੀ, ਉਹ ਇਨਕਰੀਜ਼ ਹੋ ਜੂਗੀ. ਟੂ ਐਕਸਪਲੇਨ ਦਾ ਸੋਲਿਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਗੈਸਿਸ ਇਨ ਲਿਕੁਇਡ, ਦੇयर ਇਜ਼ ਅ law called Henry's law, which joins the pressure with the solubility of gas. And according to Henry's law, the partial pressure of a gas in the vapor state is directly proportional to the mole fraction of gas in the solution. कि गैस ਦਾ वेपर फेज ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਾਰਸ਼ਲ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਲੀ ਕਿਹਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਪੋਰਸ਼ਨਲ ਹੈ? ਸੋਲਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੈਸ ਦੀ ਮੋਲ ਫ੍ਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਮਤਲਬ ਕੁਆਂਟਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਗੈਸ ਇਨ ਦਾ ਸੋਲਿਊਸ਼ਨ. तो मैथमेटिकली P is proportional to X. P की है pressure of gas, X is the mole fraction of gas, and P is equal to KH into X. K is called Henry's constant. The P pressure of partial pressure of gas, X mole fraction of gas, and KH is called Henry's constant. And from this equation, if we take at constant pressure, then X becomes inversely proportional to KH. तो X की है mole fraction का मतलब solubility of gas in liquid. तो KH ਤੇ ਸੋਲਿਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਫਿਰ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਦੇ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਗਏ? ਇਨਵਰਸਲੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਪੋਰਸ਼ਨਲ ਐਟ ਕੌਨਸਟੈਂਟ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ. ਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਕੀ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਗਿਆ? ਫਿਰ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਗੈਸਿਸ ਦਾ KH ਘੱਟ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਦੇ ਆਰ ਹਾਈਲੀ ਸੋਲੂਬਲ ਇਨ ਲਿਕੁਇਡ, ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਗੈਸਿਸ ਦਾ ਹੈਨਰੀਜ਼ ਕੌਨਸਟੈਂਟ ਲੋ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਹਾਈਲੀ ਸੋਲੂਬਲ, ਜਿਹਦਾ ਹੈਨਰੀਜ਼ ਕੌਨਸਟੈਂਟ ਹਾਈ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਦੇ ਆਰ ਲੈਸ soluble in liquid. And KH also depends upon the temperature. The values of Henry constant increase with increase in temperature, therefore solubility of gases decrease with increase in temperature. And application of this, aquatic animals, जिन्ने भी aquatic animals हैं पानी च रहने वाले, they feel very much comfortable in cold water, because in cold water there is a high solubility of oxygen and they easily breathe. And in warm water they feel very tough. ज़्यादा गर्म हो गया पानी तो some of fishes start dying, मरनियाँ शुरू हो जानियाँ मच्छियाँ, क्योंकि गर्म पानी च ऑक्सीजन नहीं होगी and they are not able to breathe. Clear? Then comes limitations of Henry's law. Henry's law only valid if there is no reaction between gas and liquid, temperature should not be very low, and pressure of gas should not be high. ਇਹ ਤਿੰਨ ਕੰਡੀਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਹੈਨਰੀਜ਼ ਲਾਅ ਵੈਲਿਡ ਹੈ. ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ 'ਚ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕੰਡੀਸ਼ਨ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਹੈਨਰੀਜ਼ ਲਾਅ ਵੈਲਿਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ. ਤਾਂ these are the three limitations of Henry's law. Then last is application of Henry's law. ਕੋਲਡ ਡਰਿੰਕ ਹੈ, ਕੋਲਡ ਡਰਿੰਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ? ਕਾਰਬਨ ਡਾਈਆਕਸਾਈਡ ਇਜ਼ dissolved at high pressure. When we open the bottle, then suddenly carbon dioxide come out of the liquid with the effervescence, because outside pressure is low and inside pressure is high. Second application is deep sea diver or scuba diver. The divers take oxygen filled in the cylinders, air filled in the cylinder at high pressure, and when they go inside the sea under the sea, the pressure of water on the body is also high, and the pressure of air in the cylinder is very high. So because of high pressure, together with the oxygen, nitrogen also get dissolved in the blood of diver. And when diver comes on the surface, pressure on the body is decreased, then the nitrogen quickly leaves the body, leaving behind the bubbles in the bloodstream. And bubbles stop the blood supply in some of the nerve, that causes the pain in part of the body, and this pain is called bends or bending sickness. And to avoid this condition, nowadays professional divers use the air diluted with the helium. They use the composition in their cylinders which contains 11.7% helium, 56.2% nitrogen, and 32.1% of oxygen. This is because helium do not dissolve in blood even at high pressure, and excess of oxygen used get dissolved in blood, get used in the various metabolic activities. And last, at high altitudes, due to the partial pressure, low pressure, the quantity of oxygen in the air is less. So the people living at the high altitude, or those people who are climbing on the mountains, they get less oxygen in the blood from the air, and due to low quantity of oxygen makes the climbers weak. Low blood oxygen make the climbers weak and unable to think clearly, and this condition is called anoxia. That's all, beta. Thank you to all of you.